Hi, Carol here, and welcome to my craft room. I am doing the first page, on my journal, and this is the journal that we did the cover page. I'll leave a link for that if you want to watch that tutorial. And I am using butcher block paper as a mask. I've used some Windsor Newton masking fluid on this bird, which is still drying, and I used some fine liner on this image down here just to see the difference. You just want to put a piece of cotton. You want to get your butcher's block. I get it from the butcher right here. See how I use it all up? Every time I go in there now, he gives me a roll. And you just want to either punch out your image, stamp your image like I did with the Stamper Anonymous bird here. In going down here, I have little Martha Stewart birds I punched out, some little Martha Stewart bunnies, and I put a piece of typing paper over top like this, and I took my little travel iron that I bought for my craft room, which is right here, and I patiently went over the butcher paper so that the wax underneath would release itself, the glue, onto my page, and thus having this. And now it is ready for me to start my project. And this is from a penny black stamp where I got the birds from. And yes, you can stamp this later, but I just wanted to test this out to see the different masking fluids, how it would go. And I am just going to start to create. So first I'm going to take my gelatos to make my sky. And you can go right over that little image. And this is wonderful stuff. I put some paper underneath here, which is probably sticking because I use such heat on the other page. It is. Let's see. There we go. I think I just turn it over here like this. It's just to stop the water from the gelato when I go to pour water on here. And I'll just place this. This is fun time. This is if my craft room had air conditioning, because it's 10 o'clock in the morning and I'm telling you it is hot out there. I don't know if we're going to take some white, wrong side, and I'm just going to put it in here to give me some two-tone effect on here, and it will come together after. I'm going to use some pink. I saw Laurel Beard over on Stamp Nation using these, and I thought I've got to get mine out and start creating with them. This is like a day, midday sky. That's why I'm adding the pink. And then you can just take some of your baby wipes to clean it off like that, and they clean beautifully. It's been so long since I used them. I'll put a little bit of orange in here. And that's the beauty of gelatos. And they are truly a beautiful thing, is that they do the work for you. So I just have my piece of baby wipe down there, and then I'm going to start in here by adding some of the green to the bottom, going over what I had started. Now, I have my Inktense pencils right close by as well. I have my Distress Stain, and this is truly not experimental, but it's a relaxation mode for me. I'm going to grab some water that I have, and I'm going to need a paintbrush. Now, there's two ways of going about this. You can use shimmer mist to get a nice background, which I think will look very pretty, or you can use your basic water. So let's go with both. So this is silver. I want to get that. Don't forget to shake it because all of that yumminess is at the bottom. And this is Sheer Shimmer Frost Spritz from Imagine Crafts. And I'm going to put some just on the side so that my paintbrush can pick it up. And howbeit I get my paintbrushes, that would be good. Let's see. I think I will use this one. My water brushes would be nice too, but this was closer by. So I'm going to dip it in the sheer shimmer because I'm going to put some of that in the sky and mix it with some water, and that's why we masked out, right? The sky. And I want it to be like a mid-sky tone, and I'm getting the exact effect that I wanted, and that is shimmer. There we are. And I want it to be a little vibrant, but let's see how that's going to work. And then later I'm going to do some clouds and things in here, but I just want to see how this is going to shape up. So let's add a couple of squirts of, I want to protect the top of my surface as well. So I'm going to put that there. Okay, so let's just add some of that in there. It's beauteous. And this for me today is relaxing. This is like, you're not going to learn much ingenious ideas from this because it's journaling. It's like whatever works for you, just do it. And it'll turn out beautiful every time. I'm grabbing some of my, for my green, some of that shimmer spritz on the bottom. I want that to come up. There we are. Going in the same direction. Grab some water. And thus the masking, right? So I hope everybody's having a wonderful day. It's only 10 o'clock, so really my day hasn't begun. I have some paper underneath here, as you can see, to stop the water from going down there. There we are. Isn't that pretty? Just a pretty background. And I'm going to take this and just squirt this different color stain. One is Broken China and the other one is Salty Ocean. There we are. Very nice. Nice transition between the two colors, which is nice. And then, excuse me, I want to add a little bit more pink up in here. I've lost some of the pink that I wanted in there. So we'll bring it back, like so. And that looks really nice. Yes. I don't think I want, it's a nice transition up in here. That's the shimmer I'm grabbing from that side. There we go. Just going back and forth over top of the masking. And let's see, I've lost some of my orange. Put maybe a little bit there, and you want to take some of that mud out of there. Okay, I need my paper towel, or there we go. fresh baby wipe. Just because it took some of that. There we are. And what you took out, you can put back. Beauteous. Okay. Now you might get a little yucky mucky. That's okay. Okay. I want to have some like some movement in the sky, and this will do it. So just take out some of that. I'm going to leave it like that. You can see it looks really pretty. I might take out a little bit on the bottom where the grass is, a bit of the blue. Scrunch up your baby white and come in there, and we'll dry that just like that. I think that looks really nice. Clean my brush. Put it over here in the water. And let's see what we come up with. Very pretty. And once this dries, I'll work on some clouds. Really pretty. Okay, so now I want to add my Inktense pencils because I am going to create, take out some of this and create some little cloud effects up here. Like this. And I'm going to use my shimmer mist inside of my table. Just as a liquid. Grab my brush. Dip it in there and move my clouds around like this. Beautiful. Grab your pencil again. Lay some white. Dip it in your, and I'm just putting the side of my brush because clouds really don't, they just, I don't know, they're just there. They don't have like a direct form. And you can pick it up with your baby white. I just want it in the background and it looks really good to me. The exact effect that I wanted. If you want to take some more out, that's all you need to do. I want that same texture as the sky in my clouds. So hopefully that shows up like that, and it's kind of like pattern like mountainous in the background, really nice. And just by doing this you will take some out. I wanted to add that. And now I'm going to work on a little bit of mountain range in the background. So Inktense pencils comes in very handy for this. So let's take my saddle brown and work on that way up here, just in the background. There we are. And I'm going to take some more of my mist. Instead of water, I'm using the mist because it does give it kind of subtle background here. Then I'll work on the wire for the birds in a minute. And once you get the trace that you want to have, just go over it with your brush lightly and it will lay it out there in the background, just like so. There you have that. Then my wire is going to be with black. Let's see. So I have like a just in the background, they're going to have this wire, but what happened to the wire is it came down here because the little bird, the fat one, was sitting on it. There we go. The little fat bird is there. Once I see that it's where I want it, and see how he kind of is coming down. Let's see how this works. Take the point of your brush, and with that, draw it around here. There, and then I'm going to wisp this out. I'm going to let it dry just a tad. Just play with it a bit here. And I'm going to take some water this time and move this. I don't want it to be like so thick standing out. I just want a hint of it in the background. Don't want to touch my clouds, but I do want that to be like just in the background. Then I'll take some more clean baby wipes and we will work on this. I'm big on, I don't want it to look, I don't know, what's the word here I'm looking for? I don't want it to look flat. So, it's kind of like a wire, so I'm going to give it some wire texture here. Kind of X out the wire so it looks a little bit more like wire in the background. Need kind of like a fence type thing here that it is sitting on, something there, and we don't need anything here, just like that. Let's take our brush again, and I'm going to sweep it ever so lightly. Don't want to lose that effect there. There we go. So, go get a little bit more to the gold back here. I'll sweep this across here and pick it up. I just want different colors, that's all. Transitioning down into my piece. That's what I'm getting back there. That's what this is all about. Okay, so I have that, and I think I am going to green out a little bit darker where these are sitting down here. Pressing a little harder. And I love the way the tooth picks up on that green. Isn't that pretty? Move it up into your blue, which looks really nice, that turquoise. Pick it up here if you like. Into those trees, which I'm going to put some little trees back there. And now let's work on some little trees back there. I think that's gathered itself nicely. And this is just for texture, nothing more. Okay, so now that's going to dry, and let's see what we have here on my time. Gonna knock that over. There we are. We have about 4 minutes left, and I like the transition it has there. There we go. And let's see. I'm going to get a little, let's take out, I need to work on this cloud right here. It's not as poofy as I'd like. There we go. This is the beauty of art, isn't it? It's like you make it what you want it to be, basically. So I have a lot of colors running in here. I have my wire running up here and down. And when I seal this, it will, and stamp it, it will get a whole different effect. But I want to work on some little trees back in here in the background. So I'm going to grab a different paintbrush and I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. Now I need the browns. So I want to add, and greens, just going to just kind of free form some trees here and some little ones in the background of this wire. And we'll add the green in there as well. I just want to set a base. Trees on this side, we'll see how it works out. Larger one here. And I'll build on the trees, just back and forth movement, nothing spectacular. Let's take some greens, put them in the background, just scribbling basically in tree form, like an evergreen. And I'll create it in a better fashion. That's all there is to that side. I just wanted to show you that, so when we move with the actual painting of it, it will capture more of tree colors in the background. Pushing some of that out. There we are. And add some yellows in here. Oh, I'm winding down. But I want to show you